Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to this week's episode of 90-Second Gospel. So it's the fourth Sunday of Advent. This week's Gospel comes from Luke's Gospel, and it's actually one of my favourite of all of the stories in the Bible. It's one that you'll know really well, and I've got 90 seconds to tell you all you need to know about it. So without further ado, let's get going. So this is the story of when the Angel Gabriel appeared to Mary. He appeared to Mary and he asked her if she would bring Jesus into the world, if she would be Jesus' mum, if she would give birth to Jesus. She was only young, and I imagine that would have probably been very scary for someone. I imagine that if that had happened to me, I'd have been very unsure about what my answer was. But Mary doesn't have any doubts. She doesn't say to the angel, come back next week and we'll have a chat with it. She doesn't say, what's in it for me? Her response is so simple. Her response is yes. She says yes to bringing Jesus into the world, and everything that follows, all of the salvation that we are privileged to, comes from her yes. If it wasn't for that great yes, who knows what the world would look like today? Because of Mary's yes, Jesus was able to die on a cross, and we were able to go to heaven. Mary says, I am the servant of the Lord, and we're called to be God's servants and to say yes to the challenges that he throws up in our lives, the obstacles and barriers that we're called to face in life. We're called to say yes, that we will face them and we will do whatever it is that God is calling us to do. But we're not alone. Mary is seen as being a bit nervous at first, but the angel Gabriel says, be not afraid, for God is with you. So that's it really. It's one of my favourite gospel stories. We're called to say yes just as Mary was called to say yes, and just as Mary did say yes. And as the angel Gabriel reminds Mary, we don't need to be afraid in that because God is with us. So I hope that you recognise the presence of God in your life this week, and I hope that you say yes to the challenges that life throws in your direction this week. And I hope it's a joyful week, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.